when Newcastle built the one that was even higher.
Do you attend that game, the 5-0?
The 5-0, yes. I was in the Gallagher at the end of that time. Yeah, I thought we were going to get beat that night, to tell you the truth. We were playing them. We played them in the Charity Shield beforehand. We got really hammered off them. I think 3-0 or 4-0, something like that. And it wasn't very good, but they come out strong. And apparently what Kevin Keegan said was to them before they went out on the game, he says, watch the video before you play, come out with the Charity Shield game and show you where you went wrong and prove everybody wrong that you're out of a good team. And they went out there and they won 5-0, which is an amazing game for a Newcastle fan anyway.
Yeah. I would like to ask you, Stephen, like as a Newcastle supporter, is there a problem between Newcastle and Manchester United fans? Because I thought that there is a sensitive between them. It's
because mostly, right, what it is it's because when we nearly won the league and all that, they give us a lot of jip about it and that sort of thing. And then after that, they started nicking our songs, what we sang on the television.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم مرة أخرى من جديد في نيوكاسل مع وليد. معنا اليوم ضيف مميز سبيني ماج، مدير المدرسة في مدينة نيوكاسل، وأيضا مدير المركز الصحي للمرضى التوحد شفاهم الله. أهلا بك سبيني ماج. Welcome Spenny Mag again to Newcastle with Alwaleed after the takeover edition.
Yes, nice good news. Come back, finally.
So Spenny, tell me, how did you celebrate? Where were you at when it was about to announce the takeover? And have you been with the celebrated lads at St. James Park?
I couldn't go Alwaleed because of my back. I injured my back. But I knew about an hour before something was going to be said, so I got told. And I just stood there in amazement, really. And I couldn't believe my eyes. I was sat there crying because we had been 4 years going, building up and saying it was off, it was on, it was off, it was on. It's just emotion just came out. I just went in the back garden, sat outside, and just took it all in. It still hasn't sunk in, Alwaleed, to tell you the truth. I don't think it will until the January when they start bringing the players are supposed to be recruiting and the new manager comes in. That's when I'll know we've been took over, I would think.
How you celebrate? Tell us about your celebration.
Well, I've got a brown ale bottle off the Shearer's testimonial. It's like a Shearer brown ale. And I said to everybody I'll be drinking that when the takeover's done. So once this month's gone, I've finished these tablets I'm on, the painkillers, I'll be able to drink and I'll have a bottle of that. That'll do me. Bottle of brown ale.
That's so classic. What was the word in the city at that time? What the fans, what they are saying, what they are talking about, and after the takeover, right away.
They were just thinking they couldn't believe it, and still some of them cannot believe it. It's just amazing. I know it's like we're getting a lot of abuse off other clubs because they wanted it as well. It's more like the sort of a jealousy and the frightened of what we might achieve, but the expectation, and it's mind blowing what they can achieve now, really. And they've got the fan base there already. That's like half the bottle, because the fan base will. You're talking when Keegan was there or John Hall took over, they had to put the crowds up to 52,000 because there was only 56,000 then. They put it up to 52,000, and there was like a waiting list of about 20,000 people trying to get tickets then. So imagine what's going to be like now if we get up at top of that league again and we actually do win a trophy. They'll have to build another stadium or something like that. Or I can't say St. James being built up to 80,000, but there is plans. Mitch and them's told us the crack about that, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Kenny says it made the bus ride to London a lot sweeter, knowing we helped get this takeover.
Yes.
Have you been to London?
I went to the protest, Alwaleed.
Oh.
With Steve Hasty and them on the bus, and went all the way down there, and we did the singing in the Parliament Square, and went down Downing Street, and went to Premier League offices as well. And I was there when the letter got handed over. I don't think you've seen the video. Me and Holly Blades was there, and she handed the letter over, and it was a great day. I don't know whether it affected the takeover. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it did. It might have given people more confidence of buying the club, seeing now what the fans wanted. I don't know, but we tried.
Everything is help, I'm sure, positive.
Yeah.
Spenny, Stephen, you said after the takeover, by, let's say, 9 days, we'll play against Tottenham. How did you find the first game with attending of the new owner?
Well, before the game, I was in the bar just outside the stadium, and the atmosphere was building up then. It was like a Saudi impersonator walking about, singing the songs and all that. I can't remember what his name is now. He was walking around, and there's drums playing like they used to be in the 90s. And King was there. The atmosphere was electric, and when you walked in that stadium, I don't know, I haven't got many hairs on my head, but you all stuck up. You couldn't say, but I felt it. But I'll never. It's one of them days you won't forget the rest of your life. Because when you walked in, my mate was sitting next to, and the lad was sitting next to. We just stood there, and while we had the flags together, the white flags together, and just started hugging each other, as though. And I little team when Jimmy Nail's song came on, Big River, because it's just icing on the cake, really. And you just saw them when I come back off the match and saw the pictures there, you just drawn there. We were remembering them, colouring each other, and when they scored, and it just shows how much passion they've got for this club, what to achieve. It's just so nice to see owners like that, who's obviously going to progress, because looking at that, they've got all intentions still, haven't they?
Have Mike Ashley before ever celebrate like this in the crowd?
The first season he took over, he went to away games with Newcastle fans and sat in with them for a whole season, buying them drinks and all this sort of thing, and trying to be one of the lads sort of thing. But he just, as soon as that season went, I think it was just something to get the fans on side. Because all he's done to that club was made it into a sponsorship for himself. He never put any money in what we would have gotten for sponsorship, if you know what I mean, Alwaleed. He had Sports Direct plastered all over the stadium. He even called the stadium Sports Direct and got it away with it for free advertising. So, best thing Mike Ashley did, sorry, Alwaleed, best thing Mike Ashley's done for our club, it's kept us in the black. It's kept us in the black. Now we can spend the money what we've got because of the FFP laws. Because we're in the black, I read a piece this week. I think it's going to be up to nearly 200 million transfer budget. I don't think we'll go in January. I think what we'll do is get what we can to stay up.
What was people's reaction after we lose against the Spurs?
End of the day, Spurs have got the players who can kill games. They're up the top half of the table and we have the bottom half. We have been for years. It's like us in the later times after King and them, the 90s playing a bottom side. Unfortunately not. But like I said, the Tottenham game we scored and that come out, didn't I? Missed the last goal as well, Alwaleed. I was going out. There's a bit of a joke with me mates because I sometimes go a minute late, a minute early, and I always miss a goal. That's 3 games. So I'm going to stop next time.
Okay. Have any we didn't want to talk about Steve Bruce. How you see now Jones with his first game? Is it did you see a lot of change?
I saw a bit more togetherness with the players. They were more defensive. As soon as the ball was attacked on our half, most of the, I think the left Max up front, and most of the players were behind that ball, working together to protect that goal, which you never saw with Bruce. And then he's supposed to be in a defensive bit, and Jones supposed to be in the attacking one. Fair enough, they only had I think it was only 3 days of training before the match. So now he's brought them in this week. They're playing 5 days. They're doing 5 days training before a game, which it should be all the time. You should get at least a game off, which is the day after the game, and that's it. Because you train on before you have the game anyway, because you do warm-ups and all that, don't you?
Steve Bruce saying before, there is doctors and medical teams decide these days off and on, and how many days the players working or practicing. Have you this make sense? This number of vacation the players gets, or number of off days. Not mention the stamina of the players is very low. We notice during the 90 minutes.
They're not fit, Alwaleed, are they? You watch the game, the legs are long stop. He's running around like a headless chicken. And he's tired after about 10-15 minutes. And the likes of Wilson, get us wrong, Wilson, he's been the man of the player of the season so far for me when he's played, but he's too injury prone, isn't he? You know what I mean? And you've got to think Saturday, we've got to have the back. The back has got to be in that goal tomorrow on Saturday.
Chelsea, how you, do you think Jones learned something? Maybe he was mistaken. He still maybe first game, some mistakes he could cover. I'm very, of course, I'm interested for Chelsea game, but maybe because big chance, maybe I will be there. So I'm very worried.
Yes, right. I think he's got to go defensively against them because you've got like 4 or 5 different players and punish it and score a lot of goals against you. If you know what I mean. He's got that. It's that midfield that bothers me, Alwaleed. The middle of the park. There's too much of a hole in that middle. The 2 lads in the middle don't know whether to go forward or defend, or go protect our defence. They don't know where the position is. So they're leaving that hole there in the middle, while Max and Almiron or whoever's going forward with Wilson is leaving that gap there in the middle. Because they're trying to go to the left or the right. You've got Richie running up and down the wing. He's not a defender. He should be giving Lewis. Don't get us wrong, Richie's had a good season as well, Mike. He's tried his best in the positions he's been. But I would put Lewis in on Saturday. He's the only defender we've got. They've got Minquillo's had a good season as well. Scored a goal. He's trying as well. It's just the cells. If you watch him on Saturday, if you come on Saturday, Alwaleed, just stand and sit and watch him. All he does is talk to the other defenders, tell them where they're at. And he blames them for his own mistake because he's not picking up players. He just will not take the blame for himself.
The ball say he expects Chelsea to win 2-0.
Well, it won't be far off with that. I think they might get a goal. You never know, do you? You don't know. If you're there on Saturday, when you're walking up that hill, before you go up that hill to the stadium, you think you're going to get beat. But when you walk up that hill to that stadium, your mind changes. You think you're going to win. That's how the feeling is like. Honestly, you will. Every fan's the same. Once you go in that stadium, you build up with confidence because of the crowd singing. They're getting this for everybody. I mean, if you go to the match in England, there's only maybe Leeds fans and Liverpool fans and the Glasgow teams in Scotland and match our fans for being passionate and being behind the team all the time.
Have you noticed much things between any? Do you think Jones' touch is still? Is it obvious Do you think there is change between Steve, Bruce, and Jones?
You think is any change in the team?
No, there is better improvement. You see, kind of improvement.
I think there will be a bit of improvement.
Or not much. Nothing mentioned. Nothing to be mentioned. What do you think?
I think there will be a bit of improvement on Saturday, which will say I think players will be a bit more fitter because they've been there 5 years. And he's got a full team near enough, hasn't he? He's only got Dummett out and he's got Tobacco out. Hopefully Tobacco's back in, like I said in the beginning of the sentence. Don't mind.
Yes, hopefully. Okay, now we know that Jones' last game is Chelsea. So every day now we hear something. We spent too much time waiting Eddie Howe and Fonseca or Fonseca. I forgot. Fonseca. So now this one today, Ajax, big news. Ajax coach maybe will come, maybe join Newcastle. What's your take on managerial Spenny Mag? What do you think? Who we should get for this interval of time? We know that Rafa was the choice, but who can now? Do you think the best man for the job?
I think what we need is them times to come back to the attacking football. Because win, lose or draw, when you're a fan and you see them that team doing a shifting, having shots on goals, having a real go at teams, you need that minded coach in. Fonseca's apparently an attacking coach, and the Holland lad you just showed there, I think Ajax are in the top of the league at the moment and they scored 48 goals for and 3 against. They haven't been beaten yet. So I know it's not a very good league compared to ours, but he seems to be, I think they're going to be the leading 2 contenders for me. I can't say the other lad, is it the French lad, Favier something, or German? I know he's old, I know Bobby Robson was old, but he hasn't got, I think it's a young man's job to progress the 5 years, 10 years it's going to take, bring these coaches in, bring a decent director of football in, because we never had a director. We've had Dennis Wise, and all he said was look at what the agent told him to get, because he was getting backhanders of them, wasn't he? All right.
Who you fancy to see regarding players? Maybe let's start with the transfer window in coming January. 3 players.
3 players.
3, 4.
Lingard.
Cool.
And Tavoxi, Burnley. The forward from Barcelona, I don't think they'll get him because I think
the French Dembele, Ousmane Dembele.
I don't know. It depends, isn't it? I don't know. It depends what they're going to go out and do in January. Otherwise, you know what I mean? Are they just going to get the people they need to stay up? But I think Lacazette might be one as well. You know, I know he turned us down before. He knows where the ball goes in the net. That's the type of player we need, just in case Wilson's injured again, isn't it?
But Spenny, I'm impressed. Usually, I ask my guests to name players. You get them very fast. Are you already a victim? Or you just thought of?
I eat, sleep, and breathe Newcastle, Alwaleed, so it's always in the head.
That's really brilliant, Spenny. Really. Okay, so this great.
As Paul just said there, I like Ross Barkley as well from Chelsea. And he's even got a squad. He hasn't even got a squad number at Chelsea either. So I would go for the Chelsea players that are not getting the team. I know they're Rudiger. Is it Rudiger? He's out of contract at the end of the season. There's a possibility to get him at the end of the season. Not January, obviously, but something like that. You need to look at them players. You need a solid captain. You need 2 or 3 captain type players in that team. Sorted out for me.
Kenny says it's taking a chance on someone that doesn't know the Premier League. I think is the reason it's taking some time to get a manager in. But Dembele.
I think what it is the work permit. This EU work permits coming in. The visas, like yourself, we are waiting for yours. I think it's about 7 days, for the visa to come in. So that could be possibly the Portuguese lad. I don't know. Yeah.
Paul says Dembele will be summer one, I think, to sell shirts.
Yes, definitely. They're going to have a big player in, don't they? They're going to get a big player in.
You know, you are a big fan of Harry Maguire, Spenny. Why not him?
He's honest.
I didn't think you are a fan. I am not sure.
80 million for him, man. Still of the century. Leicester must be laughing their heads off with him. Honest. Yeah? It's like when we sold thingy at Tottenham, Sissoko.
So you didn't like Maguire?
Oh, he's stiff as a board, mate. Have you ever watched him?
But I think he's doing great, yani. But sometimes he do mistakes. But I believe in Manchester United because they have very bad defense midfielder. That's it. Fred.
I heard we were in for Bally as well, like for Man United. I think he'd be decent as well. And we're in for that Dutch lad as well, Van Beek. It's all depending on Solskjaer's going to play him or not, isn't it? He'd be decent as well.
Cody, the West Ham defender, Lingard, Sterling for me.
Sterling wants to be away though, doesn't he? He wants to be abroad. He doesn't want to play in England.
Yes. I wish if really Sterling will be my first signing.
Yeah.
Sterling, especially if he not to play with Manchester City.
Yeah.
Harry, who says Kenny Ronson? Don't be surprised if the two loans in January can big.
I think there will be a couple of loans as well, like a couple of loans, and then buy them at the end of the season, sort of thing. They've got the option to buy them.
Actually, I find it late, yani, after the 5-0 of Liverpool against Manchester United. All Newcastle fans recommended Steve Bruce to Manchester United. How do you see this? Because I think Manchester United, all the players and some of the media, or a lot of media, they are always saying Bruce is a good manager. Okay, take them.
It's all friends and benefits then, aren't there? Yeah. He likes the scores and Neville and them. It's whoever's in there was in their team. The back up. It's like Solskjaer now. You know what I mean? They got rid of Mourinho. Mourinho got them in the second in the league, and he won them a European, like the UEFA Cup. And, you know what I mean? And they sacked them.
Yes.
And what's Solskjaer? Solskjaer's won nothing. You know what I mean? And he spent money and all. Crazy.
Really, yeah.
I think the next manager for Man U will be Conte, like.
All right. So let's back to the takeover. Have you learned some Arabic words, by the way? Now after the Saudi followers you have been received follow you recently.
I'm going to be honest here, not really, but I'm translating them on Google and talking them that way. I'm cheating.
Not even single word?
No, I need you to teach us a bit, like.
Tomorrow with Dave, we decide to make it 50-50. Okay. He will teach me some Georges and they will teach him some Saudi important sentences.
I wouldn't care, but I've got about 200 new followers from Saudi as well since the takeover happened, so I'll have to do something, won't I? I've got them all messaging me asking if I can get them a ticket. They must think I'm a ticket out.
And they, when come to Newcastle, they want to talk with you. So you have to say some words for them.
I might talk. One of the lads just said that I might talk Arabic when I've had a few brown hills down my neck, like.
Okay, Spenny. So maybe it's early to ask you this, but without thinking about manager or players, when we gonna be end this season? Which standing table number what?
I think we'll get to about 15th. I think
15.
If we get about 3 or 4 players in, a decent manager, decent coaching team, just decent director of football, it's staying up as the priority this season, Alwaleed. Then we can push up to that top table the year after, getting little players and get maybe a big name in, add them on, because no one's going to come in at the moment until we get into Europe. really big name players. Then we get in that top 10 and then the top 6 and then the top 4. It's got to be like Miranda said when she took over. It's a 5 to 10 year plan is to get them to win the league. She never mentioned the Champions League or anything like that. She just mentioned the league. Just anything will do me, mate. I've been supporting them for 37 years, never seen reach it. If the cup up yet, that's all I want. When that music came on, the game before Tottenham, I said to my mate next to us, I said, I think what's going to happen if we win something? He says, I don't know.
Are we going to beat someone or some of the big 6 this season?
Like, Tottenham's there for the take. Like, Tottenham were there for the taking, but Kane was getting the pressure on about his goals, wasn't he? I think might turn Man United over on Boxing Day. That's on Boxing Day, 27th.
Okay, so Manchester United, you think this is first victim of the sleeping giant?
You know why, don't you, as well? Because the day after it's my 50th birthday.
Oh, okay. That would be a lovely gift. Dave Havris, rate Alwaleed and Spenny. Dave from the Geordies tomorrow show. Going to be struggle staying up. Think we will just though. Yeah, so Spenny expect 15 standing table. Not very bad, but hopefully
I wouldn't care at the beginning of the season. I said 10. I said 11th or 10th, I think. So the expectations have gone down a bit.
Okay, who will gonna win the league?
I think it's got to be. I think Liverpool will win the league, actually, Alwaleed.
Chelsea?
Liverpool.
Who?
Liverpool.
I think
Liverpool will win the league. Got the world's best player at the moment.
But no backup. No backup.
No, I fancy him. I fancy Liverpool. They've got that crowd behind them like they did 2 years ago. I know they didn't do anything last season, but that crowd makes a difference at Anfield. Like our crowd does a difference in Newcastle as well. I think they're the team to beat Liverpool. I think they'll be the second or first. I think Man City will follow this year. They've been too busy trying to win the Champions League. Chelsea, we want first or second to be Liverpool, Chelsea, battling it out. That's what I think.
You are the same age of me, I think, Spenny. What was your first Toon game? Mine was Toon versus Leeds at St. James, Milk Cup, second Keegan.
Keegan's first game when he scored.
Second leg, maybe.
Second
Keegan played, John Anderson, and so remember first time Toon game.
First game was 1983, Sheffield Wednesday, and we won 2-1. Beasley scored both goals. Chris Waddle was playing number 9 for Newcastle.
Wow. Here you go.
It was like yesterday. My dad, who sadly lost a few years ago, took us up in a little sooty van, a little van that they used for plumbers, and we rode up. And it took over an hour to get there. In the back of a van with tools, all looked like tools and pipes and all that in the back, squashed in like that. Got in and walked up to the Gallagher bit. Well, obviously that's where I stood anyway, and that's where I am now. And all you could smell is the hops off the brewers, Newcastle breweries, and the toilets. Unfortunately, there's outside toilets there.
Yeah, please explain this to me because I didn't get it, and I'm very embarrassed. He's my teacher, and I don't know what he means. 50, ye had a hard paper around Bonnie lad. What's that mean?
Just because when you look older than that you are, you think you've had like when you're younger, you have like jobs. You used to have jobs like paper rounds, delivering newspapers, and milk rounds delivering milk, like milkmen.
Ah, okay.
So like you're saying, I've had a hard one of them. Because of the way I look. So thanks very much, Dave.
Kenny Ronson, it was made in they killed. Dropping back. Can't wait. Okay. I think Chelsea said that start of the season. Liverpool nailed it or nailed on. Can't see them getting beat. No, I can't see them getting beat easily. Trust me on this. And I don't think Liverpool will win the league. I think it's Chelsea.
Yeah.
And if not Chelsea, will be Manchester City.
Yeah.
Playing 5 at the back. Yeah, this is really.
Should be a flat back 4, Alwaleed.
Yeah, we need midfielder like Russell Phillips, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This is, I think this is the reason why we are playing 5 at the back, because we did have the decent defense midfielder.
Yeah. I will go back to 4-4-2, Alwaleed. I will go back with Gale, Wilson up front, Max, and Almer on the wings, Longstaff, and Hayden in the middle.
Okay, speaking of that, do you think Graham Jones against Chelsea, since it's supposedly will be second and last game for Jones to manage, do you think he will do his, do you think he will make what he really wants, or like give it a risk and do it not with the book, do it what he's feel this is the best formation he can come up with?
Yeah, I don't understand. The thing about Jones is he's well-drilled, world-class coach. England got him, and he went to Belgium and all this sort of stuff. And he's used to all these drills, and he'll drill them every day on them positions. And he'll move them about until he finds the right one for them. You know what I mean? And I think I've got a sneaky feeling Joe Linton will be playing Saturday night, because he's already said Joe Linton's a fantastic player in training, but when he gets on that pitch, he's a totally different player.
Okay, that's what's that mean, Spenny?
What's that one?
Hopefully it's good meaning.
What's that mean?
What's that mean?
As is the me Balibu. Hello. Is it?
I don't know.
I forget first time I walked up the back of the goal, Gallagher, and seeing the pitch, lights in the noise as well. Yes, the toilets were stinking. He's saying what I said when I walked up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because we were the first stadium to have the floodlights as well. So when you went up there, it's almost when it used to be like, when it used to be open, St. James's, the floodlights, it was like very, very bright. You know what I mean?
How you boys? Hi.
Right. Any more questions for us?
Yes, I have here some question regarding Saint Maximin. Some fans saying Saint Maximin didn't play well because Steve Bruce was or maybe plan or focus his plan on pass the ball to Saint Maximin, which unlikely. This is not what happened with Graham Jones. What's your comment on that?
I like Saint Maximin. A lot of people know this. He's a match winner, and he's, you know what I mean? Even if he's like a Chris Waddle type player, he'll stand about for about 60, 70 minutes in the match, and that 20 minutes or 3 or 4 minutes, they'll turn the game and win the game, just like that. That's what type of player he is. For me, what's my disappointment this season as well, going back to what you were saying before, I think Willick, he's been very disappointing. I don't know what's happening. I know he's been playing out of position. I wonder if Jones will bring him into that position he was playing. Maybe he's played just behind Wilson as a second striker and put Max on the wing. That's where Max is supposed to be, on the wing. He doesn't belong where he's playing. He's not a second shadow striker. For me.
Yeah, but Saint Maximin didn't play well last game against Palace.
No, he was all right, but he's Saint Maximin. On his day, he's unplayable. You watched him against Tottenham, he's beaten 4 or 5 players. You know what I mean? He's a bit of a showboat, don't get us wrong. But them type players are like that, aren't they? They're frustrating sometimes. You know what I mean? He's like trying to be Pelé, come past 4 or 5 players and scoring. You can't do that. Right. I hope he drops Kraft, Dave, and brings Lewis in.
We'll get okay. Willick, regarding Willick, I believe I believe it was the pressure, because he did something. I think maybe I never see it in another club. Someone come for a loan, some player, and score 7 goals in a row, or maybe more than 7 in a row in the 7 games.
Wilson scored 6 now, hasn't he? 6 in his games. So 6 goals he scored now in a row. Like every game between he's injured and he's come back and scored in every game, I think.
No, I know, but I mean about Willick. Maybe this is the reason. Yani, what he did last season, even striker usually didn't do it or doesn't do it. So do you think this is the pressure? That's what make him now doesn't play like what he did last season?
I think it is pressure because he's signed now. Plus, he's playing him out of position. He's been playing like a holding midfielder, drifting in. He put Fraser on the other day and he put him in centre midfield. I think he put Alman on centre midfield. These players are not centre midfielders. The flair players, they need to be on the wing. Get the crosses in. Go into that box and put that final ball in. That's what they're there for. Not to be goal scorers or all like that. I know fair enough Salah and all that. He's not a striker. But Salah's a totally different player. He's a one-off, isn't
he? Chrissy Waddle never carried the team to where ASM we seem to shovel pressure on his shoulder. His magic only pays off once in every 5 or 6 games. Well, I think this is a bit harsh. Spenny, if you leave 10 minutes before at the end of the game, I have to inform you that we beat Norwich at home in 2016, 3-2, not 3-1, as you probably think. What's the story with 10 minutes you leaving?
I know it's 5-10 minutes, yeah, because I get the train. Say the train's some time to get home because I got the kids and the kids don't go to sleep if I'm not at the house. So I mean. But now I've got a lift off me mate who's in the chat today, so I should be there to the final minute now. And they probably won't score as well because I've been that long. I'll stop the final minute, won't score.
Willick used to arrive late into box.
That's what I was trying to say, yeah. He's playing out position.
That's with Steve Bruce. Now he's playing too deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope Jones is working on him to get up there where he used to be like last season because he was deadly and no one could pick up his pace.
Yes. Chris Waddle used to run like he had a bag of coal of his bag. Curl sweat from 30 years or years long. Paul ASM should okay, all right. Regarding Chelsea, who will be the star of the game?
Well, Mount's been the boy, hasn't he?
What if it was from Newcastle?
Yeah.
Who will be? Wilson?
He'll be the danger. Oh, for Newcastle will be the best. I think, yes, it'll be Wilson won it. But if you get someone there supporting him, because he's just standing there half the time and no one's behind him. Like I said, he needs a shadow striker up there. Get ASM and them on the wings. Bring the ball into the box and get that dead ball in, that final ball in. That's what you need to do. And I know Jonesy isn't daft. He'll have done every trick in the book, but he's been there. He'll be going through every tactic and all that, because that's what he's like. I hope he goes after his former job. He's a postman, so I hope he delivers on Saturday. How about that one? Do you like that one?
What if Jones win, or if we win against Chelsea? Do you think could Jones continues, since that we are still sure? It looks like we are confused who will bring.
I understand, yeah, but I don't think he will. I think the personnel comes in, the manager will bring his own coaching team. Unfortunately, I don't think there'll be a job for Jones. He might be in the camp.
What if we beat Chelsea?
If we beat Chelsea, we win for 3 points. That's what we're there for, isn't it? Doesn't matter who's in charge of the next game, as long as we get that 3 points. It's a business. It's a competition.
No. I mean, if we win, could Jones stay longer?
It's like I said, it's up to the director of football. The director of football comes
Yeah,
in, the manager.
No, you, in your opinion.
For me, it's
until at least at the end of the season.
I would keep him, yes, to the end of the season, because he's got a connection with the fans. He knows what the expectations of the fans are. He knows what the fans want, and like it could be like sort of like when they did the Man United and that with foreign managers. I think they brought Michael Carrick and all. I mean, that sort of thing to guide him, tell him what the club's about and all that sort of thing. Ryan Giggs did it with Van Gaal, didn't he? He was in the coaching staff for Man United. They couldn't leave him in that capacity. You know what I mean? Just trying to climatize him with what Newcastle's all about.
Good evening, Alwaleed and guest. Okay, about ASM. I think he knows what he doing. Okay. Sorry, I'm not good with the comments.
That's all about last week, Norwich.
I need to wear glasses. If Clark plays, we will get stuff.
We need Scar on, like we do need Scar.
That's right.
Definitely.
Which
even Scar and Fernandez for me, Alwaleed.
Fernandez as well, yeah.
Yeah, if he's fit.
Don't forget Chelsea's were Norwich last week. I mean, even we're not as bad as them.
But the difference is we're playing at home. Norwich weren't playing at home, were they? We're playing at Chelsea, weren't they?
Play Willock with Wilson up front. Willock's behind him. We will have a chance. Goals, Chelsea. Okay. Okay. This is. If you tell what you prefer, the lineup against Chelsea, Spenny. That's interesting.
So I go from goal.
From the goalkeeper to the striker.
Hopefully Dubravka.
Dubravka.
Then Lewis
left back.
Yeah. Then Fernandez. Scar. Scar.
I don't know.
I'll call him Scar off the Lion King.
Manquillo. So that's 4.
Yeah, that's your back 4. I want a back 4.
Right.
Then I want Richie in.
Richie.
You know, like in front of the 2 centre midfielders. Yeah. So I think he deserves his chance.
Okay, Richie and
Hayden.
Cool. Richie and Hayden. I think he will do great in this position.
Yeah. Then I've got Willock behind Wilson at the front.
Wilson and Sexton Maximum.
And Maximum and Almiron. Too many.
4-2. No, that's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wilson, SM, and Almiron.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very interesting. Very interesting lineup. Really? Yeah, I think we must do this. Really. Yeah, it's really. Yeah, but if I say one thing, need consideration is Richie as a defensive midfielder.
No, I'll put Richie like the Hayden will be taking the back, the 2 centre midfielders, and then Richie will be playing like a Shelby sort of player in the middle with the balls. Because you look at the charts in the Premiership charts at the moment, I think he's second or third with assists this season. Believe it or not. He deserves his place because he's been playing out of position all them times. And also he could switch with Almiron or St. Maximin, couldn't he? Make a switch.
And with his long passes.
Because if you ever watch Newcastle, Max usually goes on the same side as the other winger. Instead of using the other side, it brings the other defence bare. So he needs that side to protect him. Like you could put Richie and Lewis in the same left-hand side with Richie in front of him. Yeah. Make Max just have the middle and go on both wings like he's done before, and Almiron on the other side. Then you've got Willock and you've got Wilson at the front. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
Because you've got Lewis coming in for his first game for about how many long? 10, 20 games, and he's got Richie there protecting him. He's already took that, or he had that position.
And he have his long passes. I love it, or crosses as well.
Yeah, he's taking the corner kicks, and I hate Richie when he takes kicks, mate, because most of them are wasted. I think out of 10 kicks, he gets 2 in the box. We need one of them as well, a good corner kicker.
Gary Hannett, which Saint Maximin will show how good he is against Chelsea. Do you think this would could happen?
I think he'll go for it, but he tried it against Tottenham, didn't he?
Yeah.
But these are world-class players like he's playing. These Champions League winners, aren't they?
But what was and I noticed Newcastle this season especially, a lot of times we get ahead and we lead by 1 goal.
Yeah.
But usually we get worse right after. Why you think this is?
I don't know. I don't know. It's over. I can't understand it because you just keep on pressing. Get that at least 2 goal lead. If you're going to kill games off, that's what's been lacking for Newcastle for years now. They don't kill teams off. They'll score maybe a goal and then sit back and say, well, we've done our business now. We'll just keep everything safe and keep them away from the box and just hope for the best. Which they should play the way they got the first goal for me. You're the home side. You should be pressing that bloody box all the time. So it frustrates me, Alwaleed, honest. It frustrates Stuart as well when we talk when the match is on. You know what I mean?
Remember Chelsea were playing Norwich? If we get beat Chelsea, I might dye my hair blondy like Alwaleed.
Might dye my hair. Well, I'm bloody hair, so I can't dye them, can I?
What do you think about my new hair, Spenny?
I think it looks nice. It suits you.
But the black one is already there, so I need to do it again.
If you get your visa, you should do black and white.
Okay. Thank you, Paul.
I don't like beard. Black and white beard.
Dave, I don't like Duke Clinton, but I will drop Hayden, play Maxi wide, Maggie through middle alongside stuff.
So Hayden's best games has always been sitting in front of them defenders. He played well for Rafa that way, and he played well for Steve Bruce's first season. Just sitting in front of them because the cells relies on him, and that's what's going wrong because hasn't got Hayden in front of him, and he's not getting shown what he really is. That's the problem.
I find it weird when I saw Jones have call Joe Linton from the bench in the Crystal Palace game. Is that really another choice except to bring Joe Linton with Jones?
He dropped him in the last game, so I've seen it all. But I've heard in the press that he was very unlucky for not playing and all this. That's what Jones has turned around and said now. So I don't know what he can't be playing him, man. I watched him again when he come on, man. He was just standing there, and all he took. Yes, fair enough. He gets his foot stuck in now and knocks the balls in, but there's no pace in him. He can't kick a ball properly, can he? No way. And he just likes kicking heads, doesn't he?
And the other teams, when they see Joe Linton, they are become happy and relaxed.
I just wish this man was still alive, still playing, because he could welly a ball.
Actually, this is I was want to ask about the picture. What is the story behind this picture?
That was
with the man you show us in the cup, huh?
Yeah, it was a Norwich game, the friendly games before the start of the season. I went to the Dog and Parrot. Steve Rayford, he's like the talkings and that, and Supermat was there. And I had a little team here because Supermat was my dad's favourite player, and he would have loved to met him like that. You know what I mean? Because he was a big player them days, the 70s. So I've got that treasure that photo because I always wanted to meet him. I wanted to meet Supermat. And I told him about my dad as well, and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." And that. So it was really, he is a gentleman, like.
Actually, I was honored and host him. I think a week ago, since 1 week.
Yeah.
It was really great with Steve Wraith and Steve Histy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. It's nice little photos like that.
Yeah,
it makes a difference, you know what I mean?
We have some photos as well, but I will leave them at the end. If we beat Chelsea, okay, that's it. Okay, this Abdullah Al-Mtayri from Saudi Arabia. He said, "Can Newcastle get 15th this season?"
I think they can if they bring the right players, like someone suggested, loan signings, a couple of full time. We just need that defence. It's old age and it's old and it's not capable of pace up front against them. And that midfield, two good defensive midfielders will keep that ball out. That's what we need as well. We need 11 players actually, but I won't go on that long.
They put 7 past them with no strikes.
Yeah.
If we get Dummett back and push Richie up, it will be different game. Willick and Wilson will have someone to cross the ball.
Problem is as well, Alwaleed. Dummett's that type of player wants the club to win. When he comes on, he's not there for the money like most of them are. You know what I mean? For the wages, just wants the wages every week. Dummett's there because he wants the team to win. He's one of 2 or 3 players at Newcastle at the moment who want that.
Clark has been out worst player past 2 games. At fault for 2 Spurs goal, Palace goal, Bentancur finish. What do you think of Kieran Clark?
He's now dropped down from last year. Last year he's cracking. He played well. I don't know whether it's the crowd going back. He's nervous or what. But I don't rate that Bentancur, and Bentancur tortured us last week.
Gun candidates. Okay. Chase Shelby. He doesn't give.
Try that. He's a stable, wouldn't he?
Newcastle
words now.
Yeah. Newcastle formation can be 4-5-1. What do you think?
It could be possible, yes. It depends how the middle of that is set up, that midfield. If he goes the same team as last week, I feel for us actually. Don't get us wrong with it, you know what I mean? But they need that left back changing. Cross too disposable.
But do you think Jamal Lewis, in a long time he didn't play? Is it the right time to start this dangerous time?
Who's that? Wilson?
Jamal Lewis.
I don't understand what you said there, Alwaleed.
The left back. No, I mean, I am asking.
Lewis, you're on about that, yeah. Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis. Long time.
I remember years ago, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, we played with Chelsea and Mourinho was manager. And there was a left back came in and he marked, he was best player of the game. He's playing in the Swiss League now. I think we were after him last transfer window. And he had man of the match. And he just brought him in for that particular match. You know what I mean? It just needs someone who's got the incentive to do the job right. Lewis is not, you know what I mean? We bought him for what was it? 10, 12 million. And he's just sitting there and he's not getting used. And that's where it's all plain to see where the problem is. Isn't it? I'll get myself wound up a bit.
Hayden, say by Dave, he given the ball away a lot. What happened to Hayden? I think he was much better.
He like the end of the season, he was one of the key players, but ever since he's had that baby, he's gone to all the pot. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell you what, you know when the press has been saying we want to get Mbappe and all this, buy all these players, any Geordie and Newcastle fan would tell you this. You'd rather have a Geordie or a Newcastle North East player come through the ranks and be a Mbappe than buy one. There you go. I would. And I know for a fact some of these in this chap would. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Clark will be dropped for sure. Think Willick will back. Possibly Fraser dropped. Also Fraser, يعني I never see. I never see a great game for Fraser, unfortunately.
I know,
Not even one game.
I wanted him to play well as well. It was like Fraser and Longstaff's. There was their game. They needed to show up because Longstaff's getting picked before other people at the moment. You know what I mean? The show he just got sent off, so he shouldn't play again like he did. Rafa got rid of him. He did the same with Rafa. He came on captain. Rafa came on captain in that time against Tottenham, the same team, and he got bloody sent off again. And he's done the same there.
Yeah.
Annoys me again.
We sat back after the goal because that was the tactic.
Like, because the team's used to playing Bruce's tactics, that's why. He only had 2 or 3 days to drill them into his tactics. Now, maybe Saturday, you might see a different team drilled by Jones.
I think we section you can do it. It's better other. Okay, like that. You're starting to look like Joelinton mind Alwaleed. Why?
Because he's got blonde hair as well now.
Ah, okay. That's the reason. It's okay.
And he's a handsome chap as well.
Thank you. I think Joelinton has a big time. Yeah, this is, and sometimes as sound is weird and ridiculous as it's much really. It says it's possible.
Possible, but we've got these people in now and just tear that contract up and say, okay, if man doesn't want to play, we'll bugger off.
I was there that day, Spenny. Okay.
I think it's about Norwich game.
A great photo. That's Spenny. We'll go to. We have some photo with Spenny.
Yeah.
We will share it now. I would take 17. Okay, definitely. Dave. I would like to see 17 is very difficult, but hopefully better than that. I would like to see rough Chelsea up a bit. Me too, really, and I think it's possible since they are defense, and I'm not. I don't think Lukaku or
Werner.
Werner. I don't think they are great. I don't think they are hard to mark. But Kai Havertz. He's the one I'm worried about. Whoever comes in, we are going to step up for sure of it. They would play Dumet when he's been for long. He makes Andy Carroll look like 38 game of the season. It's up our player to give everything in the pitch. Would you have Rafa back?
No, he's still the shape. I would have him back as director of football. I wouldn't have him back as manager. I like Rafa. He got the results. He got the team playing what he could achieve for what the money he had with the team. Yes, but he stopped with us to go down the championship and brought us back up. Got respect for him for that. He made us compact. Yes, and he got us slated by the press because we were getting 0-0s and not conceding goals against Man City and all that stuff. But that's all he could do. He wasn't expecting us to attack him with the team he had. Championship players, but Rafa doesn't. I can't see Rafa doesn't play the game what Newcastle plan is like. If you understand what I mean, he plays a more defensive, like compact game. We like go attacking and free flow and all that. Like West Ham's the same.
Exactly. Why would you not play Murphy, Spenny?
Yes, Murphy does deserve a chance, but he's not a defender. Or he's already coming on at the moment. Maybe he's a sub for Max if he's in just like that. But I can't see him in the starting 11. So nothing wrong with kid. Still learning.
So Murphy maybe play instead of Saint-Maximin or Almiron maybe.
It'd be like a sub one. If I wanted, then one of them went down, I would want Murphy on. Yeah.
Okay. Would you not play? Okay. Our friend Paul Gallant. Hi Keith, Rafael. It is brilliant.
No.
Brilliant. Can't see that happen. Okay. To right, little lads. Alwaleed, you might not be seeing Newcastle score on Saturday. No, Paul, don't. Let's hope. Let's pray for the best. But you will get yourself down the big market and you will score.
No, it means you get chatted up by women.
Okay, that's really funny. Okay. Okay. 90% of our lads are playing with no confidence. And I think Jones knows he's not a good motivator. He's a coach. Players gotta stand up for us and not play scored. Okay, Brian. Need to move on from Rafa. I agree with this.
Yeah.
I agree with this and really hopeful for this manager. يعني for me يعني if it happened for me it's يعني personally better than Fonseca or Fonseca. Shared, my friends. Thank you, Paul. Always appreciated. Spenny, if we win the cup, will you shave all your hair off for charity? I will, if you will.
I get shaved off anyway every 2 weeks, but I'll do it. Spenny Maggie might come back anyway if we win a cup. Remember Spenny Maggie?
We have a bright new beginning. Exactly. Look forward, not to Rafa boring football. I think the most of the majority, maybe now of the fans, understand the situation. It seemed like not meant to be, but Rafa could join Newcastle anytime later on. But now we can't take him from Everton. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, I think the Liverpool director of football was going to come, but it looks like he's not coming. I think that was the case with Rafa as well.
Also waste of money. Chases Almiron for long, and he's not good enough. I will sit by. Okay, Salim from Saudi Arabia. He said, please tell this message to Spenny Mag. Okay. He said, Assalamu alaikum, the greeting in our country. Newcastle is very great old club. Please send him this message. Message delivered, Salim. Only joking, Spenny. I have skinhead anyway.
There's a ball there as well.
All right. Now let's go to take a look of some picture. What's the story with this legend?
It was Steve Howie, the ex-centre half for Newcastle and England and Manchester City. We're talking on Twitter, and he says going to meet up one day for a walk because I was doing my walks and all that for charity. So I met him around John Hall's place, walked all the way around there where John Hall lives. We did a 10k walk, and it's his birthday today. It's his 50th birthday today, so happy birthday!
Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Yeah. He's a lovely bloke as well. The way you like him, pretty nice. And there's maybe a new top one. Let's wash some cash.
Yeah, this look fancy.
Yeah, I've never been to the club shop. Maybe once or twice since Ashley come. There's me Sam Macklin back. Bastard. Sorry to swear.
Okay. And
that's
this one. Well, son, hi. What's his name?
Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. Hope you are watching Mr. Spenny Mag. Doing a great show with us.
There's Paul Oxley in the great
top. That's Paul. The one who's sitting. Yeah.
And that's the one who's sitting in the glasses.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, this is NFC Matters, the group.
That's 9 bar outside the ground as well. It was
brilliant. That day. Brilliant. When was that taken?
That was the first game of the season, I think.
West Ham.
Yeah.
I think.
They're on that day. I got print. I read.
Amazing. This one.
That's me when the takeover happened. Going down and celebrating celebration.
When I come, inshallah, hopefully, I will make you look like Saudi.
All right, great.
Yeah,
You're a camel as well.
I can't ship a camel now, but maybe next time.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Go
All right, that's great. Okay, we get a couple of questions, maybe more here. Great show, Lance. Thanks. Yes, happy Steve Howie, happy 50th birthday. Salim also says, I'm sorry, I just catch you late. Is there any good news or happy news regarding the club? Please. He said, please.
Well,
He said, please.
whisper.
No, he said, please translate. I can't translate a 1 hour show, my friend. But I will try my best. So I will translate your question. So what do you think? Do you think there is happy news we are waiting soon regarding a manager, anything from the town, from the heart of the tune, Spenny?
I've heard a little whisper that we might have something happening on Saturday before the game.
Saturday before the game. Like
yes,
what?
And someone might be announced in front of the crowd.
Coach, you mean?
Yes.
طيب يقول سبيني انه يعني سمعنا في نيوكاسل طبعا يعني هو عايش في المدينه يقول سمعنا انه في قد يبدو انه في خبر مفرح ان شاء الله قبل مباراه نيوكاسل مع تشيلسي يوم السبت ما نعرف ايش ممكن يكون but do you think Spenny is it يعني not make sense to have this good news just before the game maybe after but before the game
yes obviously
before the game will affect the club or the performance of the team.
No, because obviously the players don't know if that's happening anywhere, so they'll be introducing them anywhere, I would think. Yeah.
Okay.
And the players have got nothing to worry about. They're there till January anyway, aren't they? So they've got to give as much as they can to be pressed on manager. That's why you sometimes see when managers take over clubs, the first game usually they win. Because the players are out there trying their best to impress them, aren't they?
ايوه سالم مدرب. How much are these tubs, Spenny? Really like them.
The £60, but you get like 10% off. They're online. It's like a waterproof jacket, so it's good. And when it comes, you get another 20% off as well, off your next gift. You get another card. And you get a little message off Mr. Ruben.
Hello, Jimmy. That's doing great job. Drink, mate. Alwaleed, if you didn't drink, you had better get some practice in for when you meet Spenny. Oh, okay.
You don't drink anyway, Alwaleed, do you? Don't drink, do you?
Yeah, of course. We don't, yeah. When you visit the town, Alwaleed, you should go on the beach and hear the crowd sing Alwaleed is Jordi. Oh, that would be very very flattering and very lovely if it happened, but it's a bit difficult, I believe. But off to watch end of the
game. No surprise.
Good show, lads. See you Saturday, Alwaleed. Hopefully, let's hope, finger crossed. Hopefully tomorrow, hopefully, and hopefully I will be there. Imagine Steve Bruce and imagine Steve Bruce announced before the game on Chelsea.
I will go and buy another cabbage, wouldn't I? Because I kept it just in case I met him.
Okay, that's not we have to keep our finger crossed. We need players around St. Maximin, Wilson, Willick, Dubravka, of course. I like to say there can be our main players. Yes.
Yes, I agree with that.
ان شاء الله يا رب يعني هيك يعني يا رب يكون مدرب يقبل انه يكون ضمن المشروع الجديد. الله يعين نيوكاسل على تشيلسي. Salim says that he wished that he prayed to God that there will be a coach يعني for the new project يعني someone can handle the new project and God help us يعني against Chelsea.
And the day they're going to take the time because they want the right man in the position doing the Alwaleed.
News that Ten Hag to be offered big deal. Yes, this is what we I believe this
between them two, I think.
Yeah, I believe this is Ten Hag.
I think it's all depends on the director of football who comes in. It's either going to be the Portuguese director of footballer or the Overmars comes in. If Overmars comes in, he'll come in. Portuguese director of football comes in. Fonseca will come in.
Thank you all. You give me a spark of hope, and I wish. I wish the viewers have. Okay, thank you, Salim. Thanks regarding the tubs, Spenny. Is the message with the tubs from Mr. Robin a big check?
No, you don't get a big check, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, Spenny. Now we want to hear your message. So probably, and hopefully, I will translate it. Maybe now, if it's if I can, your message to Saudi fans, to Newcastle Saudi fans, and to the new Saudis who follow your account as well.
I like to say to all the Saudi people, welcome to Newcastle. It's an experience. I hope we win loads of trophies together, and I would like to see you at the football game one day, celebrating goals going in for Newcastle. You're very welcome at Newcastle at any time.
اوكي سبيني ماك طبعا يقول انه يرحب فيكم جميعا مشجعين نيوكاسل من السعوديه. نتامل ان شاء الله نحصل على العديد من البطولات ونحتفل سويه، وانتم طبعا مدعوون للحضور الى نيوكاسل في اي وقت. Thank you here, Dave. We would like to thank you, Spenny Mag, for celebrate our show after the takeover, because يعني show after the takeover have a different taste, really.
Definitely.
Yeah, and now يعني the lift or the heavy lift from our shoulder is gone. So we are happy that now we can talk about the teams in detail and forget about the war takeover, which is make us very very tired from that. And hopefully I am hoping and praying, and I can say Premier League is coming home, Newcastle, and I believe in a few years we will have the title.
Yeah, like 6 years, I think. Over 6 years.
Hopefully less than that. Thank you, Spenny Mag. شكرا لك Spenny. Thank you for watching, and see you soon, and good night. How are the lads?
How are the lads?
Take me home to the banks of the river Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the river Tyne. Take me home to the banks of the river Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best. Yes, it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the river Tyne.
I had to come to London 'cause I couldn't find a job. But I don't intend to stay long if I make a few quick bob. It's cold up there in summer, it's like sitting inside a fridge. But I wish I was on the quayside, looking at the old town bridge. I'm coming home, Newcastle, I might as well have been in jail. I'd walk the streets all day, I'll need for a bottle of your own brown ale. I'm coming home, Newcastle, if you never win the cup again. I'll brave the dark at St. James's Park if the Gallagher's end in the rain. I'm coming home.